Wait, why would a grandfather publicly stop one child from touching gifts, then place sealed envelopes around the room like props? And why did everyone act rehearsed instead of shocked by it?
Get your hands away from those gifts. The words cut through the warm Thanksgiving air like ice. Emily Carter, 34, felt her stomach drop as her 8-year-old daughter, Lily, froze mid-reach beneath the decorated tree. One second she was smiling, the next she looked like she didn't belong in the room at all. Standing over her was Harold Whitman, 72, Emily's grandfather.
Calm, composed,
And disturbingly loud in his silence before speaking again. "Those aren't for you," he said flatly, then added, louder for everyone to hear. "Those are for my blood grandchildren." The room went dead quiet. No one moved. No one spoke. Why was nobody reacting? Lily slowly pulled her hand back, her eyes filling as she watched other children unwrap gifts meant for them. Emily felt every instinct screaming, but she stayed still.
Why?
Because tucked inside her purse was an envelope, one she was told not to open too early. And Harold had no idea it existed. Before we continue with this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for updates. "Come here, sweetheart," Emily said softly, pulling Lily away from the tree. Her voice was calm, but her mind wasn't. Not even close. The room kept moving like nothing happened. Wrapping paper tore. Laughter continued. Glasses clinked. It was almost worse than the insult itself, how easily everyone accepted it. Harold Whitman, 72, sat at the head of the room like a judge who had already delivered his verdict. No explanation. No apology. Just certainty. Emily noticed something she had ignored for years. The way conversation stopped when she spoke, but continued when Carla or the blood grandchildren spoke. The pattern was always there, she just never wanted to name it. Lily tugged her sleeve. "Mom, did I do something wrong?" That question hit harder than anything Harold had said. Before Emily could answer, Harold stood again, lifting a wrapped box. "Let's continue with the rightful grandchildren," he announced. A few people laughed too quickly. Others looked away. Emily's eyes narrowed slightly, because something felt off, not just the cruelty, but the performance of it. Like Harold wanted witnesses. Then Emily noticed 3 sealed envelopes near the fireplace, each one carefully placed, each one labeled, and one had her name on it, written in handwriting she didn't recognize. Her breath caught, because whatever this was, it wasn't just Thanksgiving anymore. It was planned.
Wait, if this was just family favoritism, then why were sealed envelopes already sitting there? Like someone expected tonight to become evidence.
And the first envelope was about to be opened. "Mom, can we leave?" Lily whispered again, her voice smaller now, like she was trying not to be heard by the room itself. Emily didn't answer right away, because something inside her shifted. Harold wasn't just being cruel. He was directing the room, like a conductor making sure every humiliation landed at the right time. "Blood grandchildren first," he repeated, handing out another gift with a satisfied nod. A cousin chuckled. Someone said, "That's just how Grandpa is." Like that explained everything. Like it excused it. Emily slowly reached into her handbag. Her fingers brushed the envelope. Heavy. Official. Sealed by a law firm she had never contacted directly. 2 days ago, it had arrived with no return address, just a note. "If you attend Thanksgiving, bring this." She hadn't told anyone. Not even Lily. Across the room, Harold's voice rose again. "Some of you need to understand where you stand in this family." That was it. Emily stood up. The chair scraped against the floor. Sharp, sudden, impossible to ignore. Every head turned. Harold's eyes locked onto hers for the first time that night. And for a split second, the certainty in his face cracked. Because Emily wasn't standing to argue. She was standing to open the envelope. And her hands were already tearing it. "You keep talking about who belongs here," Emily said, voice steady, but tight, like a wire about to snap. The room froze. Even the kids stopped moving. Harold Whitman, 72, narrowed his eyes. "Emily, sit down. Don't make a scene."
But she didn't sit.
She pulled the document from the envelope and lifted it high enough for nearby relatives to see the official seal. A lawyer's letter. Stamped.
Signed. Dated.
I didn't come here to fight, she said. I came here to understand why my daughter has been treated like she's invisible. A murmur spread through the room. Carla's smile vanished. One cousin lowered his phone mid-recording. Emily began reading the first line aloud. Harold's estate structure review. Behavioral conditions tied to inheritance authority. And one clause that made the air shift completely. Any documented public humiliation of a minor heir could trigger immediate legal intervention and suspension of discretionary control. Harold's hand tightened around the armrest. That's not, he started. Emily cut him off. It's already been reviewed. Silence hit like a wave. And then Carla gasped, loud enough to echo, because she had just realized something no one else had fully processed yet. This wasn't a family argument anymore. It was already a legal case. And someone in this room had already reported everything. The knock at the door came just minutes later. A family attorney, Daniel Reeves, 45, entered with a calm expression that immediately drained the warmth from the room. We received formal complaints regarding tonight's conduct, he said evenly. Harold Whitman stood up slowly. This is ridiculous, he muttered, but his voice had lost its edge. Emily didn't argue. She simply handed over the document again. Daniel reviewed it, then nodded. This triggers an immediate pause on discretionary authority within the trust pending investigation. The room shifted, uneasy, silent, exposed. Carla finally spoke, voice shaking. So, it wasn't just favoritism? No, Daniel replied. It's documented misconduct under the estate terms. Lily stayed close to Emily as gifts were quietly redistributed. No more blood-only separation. No more rules spoken like punishment. Harold sat back down, defeated, staring at the tree like it no longer belonged to him. As Emily guided Lily toward the door, she felt something finally settle inside her. Relief, not anger. Outside, Lily asked, Mom, are we in trouble? Emily shook her head gently.
No.
We're finally treated like we matter. Behind them, the house stayed silent. And for the first time, no one tried to stop them from leaving.
It makes you wonder how many families only act normal because nobody documented what happened behind closed doors yet, and how many kids already know exactly where they stand.